we're going to speak about one of the most important concepts to understand the Islamic law and Islamic society, which is the Amal of the people of Medina, the practice of the first three generations of Medina. We always hear that the Deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is based on the Quran and on the Sunnah. This is absolutely correct. But the key point is, how do we understand the Sunnah? Today, many people think the Sunnah is simply a collection of Hadith. And this particular point has led to a great deal of confusion and literalism, because it gives the free right of interpretation of the Hadith to anyone. And this makes the Hadith disconnected from its source and from its context. The Amal, which is the practice, is the thing that protects the Hadith. So the Amal of Ahl Al-Madinah, which means the practice of the people of Medina, is the Sunnah. So the Amal of Ahl Al-Madinah is this continuous mass transmitted practice and way of life of the first three generations of Muslims who lived in the city of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Sahaba, the Tabi'in, and the Tabi'in of the Tabi'in. It is a living Sunnah. It's not ideas. It is a practice. It is alive. And Islam is in this practice. It is as visualized in the city of Medina, where the largest number of companions and earliest Muslims have lived. So as we said, the practice of the Amal gives context to the statement, to the Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm going to give you an example. For instance, there is a Hadith that says, you cannot rent land for gold and silver. But Imam Malik, who was the Imam of Medina, tells us that the practice, the people of Medina were actually renting land for gold and silver. There is no contradiction here. It just shows us that the Hadith, in this case, it lacks the original context. We don't know in what context Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said it. So we cannot adopt it. We need the Amal. And rationally, it is understood that the confirmed actions and practice of thousands of people, thousands of companions, is stronger proof than a decontextualized, singly transmitted hadith. And this leads us to say the Amal of Ahl Al-Madinah is not just a legal theory. It is the blueprint of a functioning Islamic society. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us, وَكُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ. And you were the best community that has been brought to mankind. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaking about the community of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Medina. To understand this practice and this model, we need to visualize its core institutions. Like, what does make a model a model? And they are three: the gold dinar and the silver dirham, which are the Sharia currencies. Two is the public market and what comes with it, meaning the caravans, the caravansarais, or the funduk. And three, the kirad, which is the contract that finances the trading journeys between the public markets. And the Amal of Ahl Al-Madinah, in today's terms, is a revolution. It's light in this age of darkness. It is a foundation and it is a template upon which any Muslim society must be and must aspire to be built upon.